Charles Johnson, here to report some extremely exciting news around the University of Colorado's athletic department. I would like to introduce to you the head coach of the football team here at CU, Jon Embree. Embo, man, it's been one hell of a ride for you. Congratulations, first of all. Upon learning that you would be the next head coach at CU, just share with our audience what immediately came to mind.
Well, I was very excited. You know, the opportunity to come back home, the opportunity to return the luster back to this great program. There was a lot of different emotions. The journey that it took to get here, all the people that helped along the way. It's just been a lot of different emotions, a lot of different thoughts. About
27 years ago, you as a young freshman here at the University of Colorado, before that at Cherry Creek High School, deciding to make CU your home to be a student athlete. You got your degree here, you've coached here. You've reared your kids for the most part here. This place is near and dear to you. It has to be more than just football. This feeling of being the head coach here has to be even beyond the game of football.
It is. You know, as you mentioned, having grown up here and then choosing to play here when it wasn't popular to come here, all those things really play into it. You know, my kids were all born in Colorado, which is something they all take pride in. They say they're the 303s. Yeah, we moved around a lot, obviously, as a coach. You know, they don't really have a home when you move as a coach. But this is the one place that the kids have always considered home. So the opportunity to come back here is a tremendous opportunity. It's, you know, one that I started working for day one when I came here as a volunteer coach. Coach Mack, I remember after the first practice says, "What do you think about coaching now?" Because I didn't want to be a coach. And I just thought to myself, you know, one day I want to have your job. I didn't tell him that because, you know, Mac would have fired me right there. So, but from that point on, that was always the goal.
Jon, a lot has been said, or let me rephrase that. You've seen as a guy who's passionate about this program, even while you were at UCLA or with the Kansas City Chiefs or with the Washington Redskins, you've kept an eye on the university on your alma mater. How do you identify? What would you identify as the primary challenge as a new coach coming in, new coaching staff? What are the number one and number two things, let's say, that has to happen even before the season starts next year?
Well, it's what I told the team. I told them we need to get a swagger back. And I told them some of the things that it entails for us to do that. We need to be competitive in everything that we do, whether it's the classroom, whether it's the weight room. We got to learn to compete against each other. We need to learn how to be selfless teammates. You know, once you can do some of those things, that'll help you become a team. And we need to be a team that has fun. You know, I want when people watch us to play, say, man, those guys are having fun. They get after you. They're physical. You know, all those things show up when you're winning. You know, and that's what we have to get back to. You know, too many times when I watched them in the past, it just didn't seem like kids were having fun. They were just kind of trying to do their job, and whatever happened, happened. And if things went bad, oh well. If things went good, oh, maybe we have a chance. And all that has to change. The other thing I told the kids is, when I watched them play, they were hoping to win. You know, we have to go into that mindset, we believe we're going to win.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a process. It doesn't happen overnight, and I told them that. And I told them it's going to be the hardest thing they ever do, but it'll also be worth it. It'll be something when they look back 4 years from now, being glad that they've done it, because it's going to set them up to be successful the rest of their lives.
Last one here, Jon. I know that at least it's widely believed that this job really came down between you and a guy who's a very dear friend of yours, of ours, I should say. You guys have worked together extensively in the past. You were able to get him to join your staff. Of course, we're talking about Eric Bieniemy. What did it mean to have Eric as part of your staff here?
It means a lot to me. You know, I really feel like for this program to return to what it's been, for us to have the success that we're capable of having, I really felt it was important that I had Eric here with me. You know, Eric and I, every time we've worked together, the 2 years here, 3 years at UCLA, when you go back and look at our record, when you go back and look at us winning a Big 12 championship, when you go back and look at us, we got to a Big 12 championship game. At UCLA, we came into a program that was down. We helped start building it back up. We left at 10-2. You know, got a Mackey Award there. Eric had Maurice Jones-Drew there. When we left here, I left. Dan Graham was here. When Eric left, Chris Brown was here. So we've been fortunate. I think the proof is in the pudding with us. We know how to develop players. We know how to coach players. And most importantly, we know how to win. And I felt like having someone that thought like I thought, who had the same beliefs that I have as far as how you play football, that was important, because that message has to be given to the players every day.
You know, the part of that story I might add that you didn't mention, you guys had great success at UCLA, great success at Colorado. The moral of this story is you can never leave, because once you left those programs, things went south. So you guys are here for life. It's a lifetime contract, Jon.
That's no problem.